Whispering Path. The silver moonlight danced on the water, but Yasha could not rest. Behind her, the snapping of dry twigs echoed like tiny drumbeats. The Shadow Legion was still searching, their heavy boots crushing the forest floor. Yasha stayed low, her heart drumming against her ribs as she crept away from the river's edge. A sudden beam of light cut through the trees. A soldier with a glowing red lantern stepped into the clearing, his iron mask gleaming coldly. Yasha held her breath, pressing herself against the rough bark of a giant oak tree. She watched the light sweep back and forth, praying the shadows would keep her secret. Once the soldier passed, a soft whistle came from the branches above. A boy with messy green hair and a cloak made of leaves dropped silently to the ground. He didn't look like a soldier. He carried a wooden staff and moved like a cat. "The Shadow Legion doesn't belong in my woods," he whispered, offering a hand. "I am Bramble," the boy said. "I know the hidden paths where the ironclad men cannot follow." Yasha hesitated, then took his hand. He led her toward a wall of thick ivy that looked solid. With a flick of his staff, the vines parted, revealing a glowing tunnel of light hidden beneath the earth. Meanwhile, at the towering gates of the Silver Kingdom, the first carriage rattled to a stop. Lily and Jack scrambled out, their faces pale. They looked back at the road, waiting for the second carriage to appear from the mist. The guards lowered their spears in welcome, but the siblings didn't move. "Where is Yasha?" Jack shouted at the royal guards. The king of the Silver Kingdom, a tall man named Argent, with hair like spun silk, stepped forward. He saw the empty road and the fear in the children's eyes. "The Shadow Legion has crossed our borders," Argent said gravely, his silver cape fluttering. A horn blasted in the distance. King Yahiko arrived on a white horse, his golden armor flecked with mud. He leaped from his saddle and ran to Lily. "The carriage was taken," she sobbed. Yahiko's face hardened into a mask of regal determination. He would not let the darkness take his sister. Deep beneath the forest, Bramble led Yasha to a high cliff overlooking the valley. "Look," he said, pointing his staff. Below them, the forest was a sea of darkness, but far off, the lights of the Silver Kingdom flickered like fallen stars. "Your family is there," Bramble said softly, "but the Legion stands between us." Back at the castle, Yahiko and Jack prepared the search party. "We go back into the Briar Maze," Yahiko declared, mounting his horse once more. Jack climbed onto a smaller pony, his eyes burning with a new fire. They carried bright blue lanterns to pierce the magical gloom of the woods. Yasha saw the blue lights bobbing in the distance. "They're looking for me," she cried. Bramble nodded and began to climb down the cliff. "Then we must meet them halfway." Yasha took a deep breath, clutching a small blue pendant Lily had given her. She wasn't a lost princess anymore. She was a girl on a mission,